Just keep your eyes closed and see the truth of these statements I'm sharing with you. As you have been seeing, meditation, being yourself, is instantaneous. You don't have to begin your meditation. Meditation is already there. Like I may have to begin my speech, but I don't begin my silence. Meditation doesn't begin. Beginningless, endless. That is where you see the difference between Sat, Asat. Asat, which is continuously changing, and the Sat, which is ever changeless. By habit, losing ourselves in the midst of changes, we lose sight of the changeless. Just like looking at the vehicles passing, we don't remember the road that is immobile, never moves. The planes fly, birds fly, clouds pass, space immobile. Same way, sounds begin and end. Silence lost sight of. Thoughts are observed. Consciousness lost sight of. In reality, space is always there. Clouds pass, birds pass. Consciousness, yourself ever existing. Thoughts pass. So there is no question of beginning your meditation. You are always in meditation. Dhyana Swarupa, Anubhav Swarupa. Your sense of being, awareness itself, ever existing. Though effortless, in the beginning stages, average person needs to consciously dwell upon himself because of the past habits. Thoughts seem to overtake. Just see an example. When you are in your room, sometimes you put on a music. That is because You want to listen to that sound, the sound of music. The other sounds that are coming from outside, you cannot stop them, but you produce your own music. You play your own music to enjoy. When you keep your eyes closed, you cannot stop the memories from flashing. Like the sound from distance. Road means vehicles will pass. But you produce, you play your own sound. Same way, in the road of consciousness, memories shall pass, over which you have no control. But sometimes, consciously, you play your own soundtrack. Aham padartha, aham eva sakshi. The meaning of the word I is the witness of the word I. Jati, niti, kula, gotraduragam. That which has no consideration of caste, creed, sex, race. Free from name and form. Desha kala vishaya ativarti. Exist beyond time and space, at all times, all place. You play consciously, you invoke a soundtrack, a word, to remember yourself as you are. Until you are absolutely sure that who you are doesn't need a name to exist. Nor can you lose sight of yourself because other thoughts are coming. Other thoughts about a car or a home remind you of the object outside, but they are on the road of consciousness. So with or without thoughts, you are always with yourself. Ever in meditation. Use the breathing, prayers, chanting, words, ideas, anything you like. But see that who you are is a beginningless existence. Meditation never begins. You begin with your closing your eyes, sitting down quiet. Meditation has no beginning, neither it ends. A beginningless, endless existence. Shivoham, Shivoham. Immortal, auspicious I am. Just be that. See that for yourself. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranato Asmyam. You take these verses as you are reading these. Sometimes consciously sit down and repeat it and see the meaning of it. And this last one, as you saw, please read. Verse number. Just read for 355. Santo Dante Paramuparate Kshanti Yukta Samadhim Kurvan Nityam Kalayati Yati Swasya Sarvatma Bhavam Tena Vidyati Mira Janitan Sadhu Dagdva Vikalpan Brahma Krutya Nivasati Sukam Nishkriyo Nirvikalpaha Samahitaye Pravilapya Vayam Srutradicheta Swamaham Chidatmani Tayeva Mukta Bhavapasa Vandhe Nane tu Paroksha Katha Vidhaine Upadhivedat Swayameva Vidyate Chopadhyapohe Swayameva Kevalam Tasmadupade Vilayaya Vidwan Vache Sada Kalpa Samadhi Nishtaya Upadhivedat Swayameva Vidyate Chopadhyapohe Swayameva Kevalam Tasmadupade Vilayaya Vidwan Vache Sada Kalpa Samadhi Nishtaya. Right. So beautiful, you sometimes consciously pick up these verses. Just take one verse, even one line, one word, but see the meaning of it. In fact, there is no seeing the meaning, being the meaning, because these are all your description. when you are talking about Himalayas, we are describing Himalayas. It's not your description. When talk about Ganges, talk about a star, an atom, it's the description of a star. That is why you have to permanently remember it, or else you will forget it. Because if you forget the description, you will forget the star. That is why all that we have studied in our school, completely gone. Do you remember yours? All that you studied, history, geography, social study, mathematics, it's gone. Somewhere it is gone. You don't use it because it is not your description. How many miles? What is the length of Himalayan mountain? Somewhere it may be existing, somewhere the mind is existing. But most of the people forget. When was Akbar born? For your history exams, you might have got it by heart. First World War, Second World War, it's forgotten because who bothers? Both incident can be forgotten, the date also can be forgotten. Here, it is description is about yourself. So, when you are being introduced to the description, if you understand, it is your description and you are the message. Then in case the description is forgotten, you are never forgotten. And you are unforgettable because it is yourself. But in the beginning stages, words seem to be more important than the subject. Therefore, you begin with the words. But more and more you see the meaning of the word and you are absolutely sure that your existence does not depend upon the existence of a name or a word. Then even when the name is forgotten, even when words are not there, you are always with yourself. That is why until it becomes absolutely effortless, consciously dwell upon an object, dwell upon the word. That is why meditation. If you don't do that, understand, if you don't do that, by habit, you shall be lost in your different emotions. Anger, hatred, jealousy. Because those are you getting that? People are not talking about Brahman, Atman, liberation, freedom in life. They are talking about how much money you have, how much money I have. What car you have, what car I have. What places you went, what places I went. How many children you have, how many children I have. What is your retirement benefit, what is my retirement benefit. What is your summer plan, what is your winter plan. Nobody, when you meet each other, nobody asks, are you being with yourself? Does anybody ask? Are you in meditation? Are you afraid of death? I hope you are remembering yourself. You are no more afraid of death. I hope you are Shivoham, Shivoham. You are immortality. This type of conversation doesn't take place. That is why satsanga. Only in the presence of a wise man, this has to be talked. But here also, if you come to the wise man and you talk, meditation, how much meditation course? 10 days, how much money? Vedanta study for 1 month, how much money? Then finished. Like one brahmachari who was studying with us. When I come back, always sometimes after satsang over, I will come back night 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. He will be still awake and fixing up the books. I said, what are you doing? He said, you don't know anything, you know that? He is a very big joker. You don't know anything. When people come and ask me, Swamiji, what is Kathopanishad? 15 rupees. Because he knows the rate of every book. What is Kathopanishad? 15 rupees. What is Kathopanishad? 10 rupees. What is inside? He doesn't know anything. So most of the people, nobody talks to each other in the language of absolute happiness. I say go to satsang. Suppose satsang becomes dussanga, then where is your hope? That is why I always tell, especially when you have a camp like this, always I say, study, think these things very clearly here. Take this study home. Don't bring the home to the class. What you study in the class, what you understand, take it to your home. Everybody brings home here because you come with your package. You cannot come away living your past. Naturally, it comes with you. So instead of that interfering with this, you better understand yourself and carry yourself wherever you are. And that is why a conscious meditation. Shanta, Danta, Uparato, Bhuttva. Being somebody Shanta, calm, quiet, being happy with one's own self. So there is no restlessness at the level of the organs of action. Danta, Damaha, Bahendriya Nigraha. There is no restlessness. Restlessness is you cannot sit down quietly in one place. There is always movement. Understand? As I told you, don't take it outside the context. When you are studying, you must be like that. Absolutely happy with yourself. Then you know, even when you are busy also, you are still quiet with yourself. And you need to be very, very busy later on in life. It is not an injunction for life. Close your eyes, sit down with it, don't do anything. That's not a lifestyle. If you have to close your eyes now, what are you going to do after your death? Is it permanently eyes are closed? No. Dying means what? The eyes are permanently closed. So, is a wise man. Meditation, Appreciate. Don't waste life. Time is so precious. Time is so precious. Imagine people doing it, So that day somebody was telling how people waste time. The last piece of soap, how many people use? The last piece of soap. You throw it away. Think in terms of billion people. What a huge amount of soap is thrown. The last piece of bread, both the sides, nobody eats. How much bread is wasted? Huge piece of bread is wasted. The last piece of any food also, you. The last piece of mango is very much disrespected. The last piece of food or the bread or the sandwich is always, you take. So whoever takes as though he is greedy, the other person is nice. So nobody wants to prove that he also wants more. So, no, you take. No, you take. So it goes to basket. So how many such pieces of bread is lost? Millions. If you think of time, how much time is wasted? Billions and trillions of man-hours. Do what? I don't know what to do. That's what you do. Throughout the day, what do? I don't know what to do. You spend time doing nothing. Do something. But doing something is not a restlessness. I'm happy with myself. Why not using the body? Why not using the mind? Therefore, do something productive. Please appreciate. But when you are exposing yourself to the studies, complete switch off everything. And that is why you are given a chance like this, especially when you come to a camp. There is nothing to do, no responsibility of yours. Everything else is taken care of. I spend as much time possible with yourself. And if you do that, then what? Samahitaya bahyam pravilapya. Consciously resolving the external world in yourself. Srotradi cheta swam aham chidatmani. all the sense organs, not only the outside perceptions, but also sense organs, and swam aham atmani pravilapya, ahankaram, atmani pravilapya. Resolving the I in the meaning of the word I. That's a huge statement. You can talk million times, it never comes to an end. Understand? Do you see the truth of it? Ahankaram atmani nirvikalpa. Like when you say, please see that statement. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. Just don't be in a hurry to translate it. And in a hurry, what do you translate? I am not the mind, manaha, buddhi, I am not the buddhi, chittam, I am not the memory, naham, ahankaram, I am not the I. Just don't finish in a hurry. See that statement, I am not the I thought. Do you really get it? The I thought is not the I. Who am I? Your being. What it stands for. This is resolution. This is not dismissal, not negation. You see the meaning and then you use the word. Having seen who you are, you use the word I. What's wrong? It becomes a conscious role playing. Are you getting that point, please? It's an actor consciously taking up a role. So, Nivil Pravilapya, Saiva Muktaha, he indeed is liberated. He is free. One who sees, one who is the meaning of the word I. And such a person, Bhavapasabandhe Mukta, free from the bondages of the world. There is no bondage unless you identify. Please find the bondage. A student who goes to a teacher, to a master, and he asks, will you please help me to get out of the bondage? And the teacher says, will you please show me your bondage? Are you getting that? If you want to be free from the bondage, show me your bondage. Show me your bondage, I'll free. Suppose your hands are tied, I'll untie your hand. If your legs are shackled, I shall unshackle your legs. Show me your bondage. Where is your bondage? Physically, you are never bound, right or wrong? Physically, none of us are bound, walking slow. Physically, understand, you cannot bind yourself. Another point. Physically, you cannot bind yourself. Suppose I throw a rope and tell, please tie yourself down. That is why the magic is not getting out of the knots. Magic is, can you put yourself in knot? You know that Houdini. You put them tied down, everything, he comes away. That's not the magic. Magic is, give him a rope, ask him, you tie down for hand, leg, tie, just people tie you down, tie it down. You cannot. And even if you tie down, it will be just one, maybe one you can tie. After that, you cannot. And it can be easily opened up. Physically, you cannot tie yourself down. Somebody has to tie you. Mentally, nobody can tie you unless you give up. That is why, long before you get yourself tied down by the thought, people have given you enough wrong thought to get yourself tied down. Are you getting that? From the childhood, the thoughts have been given. Money will solve your problem. Money is the ultimate thing. Pleasure is the ultimate thing. Have the riches, have the sound, have the taste, have the smell, have the sight. be rich, be powerful. So everybody going crazy. You just see how it happens. Everybody detested monarchy, isn't it? Everybody detested monarchy. Because having a king means having a dictator. That idiot will go crazy and the whole country, continent, all the citizens will be in the problem. So what did he do? Revolutionize it. There is no more the kings and monarchs and all that nonsense. Now have a democracy. In democracy, who are the new kings? People select their own leaders so that the leaders can persecute them. Can you believe it? All these political leaders, what are they doing? Continuously persecuting the people. I am talking about not everybody. Not everybody does it. They have become little kings, hereditary kings. After him, his son. After him, his daughter. And then you torture people. You use the police force, use the CBI, use the IRA, IRS, revenue service. You use that against other people. So what are you doing? Understand? So long before you tie yourself down, somebody has already tied you down with so many thoughts. That is why comes the necessity to think. Not forgetting the thoughts. If you forget the thoughts, again you can be brainwashed. You better know how the thoughts work and about yourself. So when you see this, it becomes absolutely beautiful and it needs a conscious involvement. A story goes once, story says once Krishna, Vishnu in the Vaikuntha was there. The God was relaxing, Narada came. Narada, the great sage, who is always on the move. Manoyana, he travels the vehicle called mind. So wherever he wants, he reaches there. So he is in Vaikuntha now. Vishnu was in a very comfortable mood and there was nothing to do, immediately nothing to worry about. Narada comes in, so they have a conversation. So Narada, how are you? What is the news of the world? He said, yeah, world is very good. So many people are worshipping you. And Narada said, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. Who is your greatest devotee? They are in a very leisurely mood, Who is your greatest devotee? Who do you think really your sincere devotee? He said, well, so many people, but you want to be pointed out? Okay. There is a village there. There is one man who he cultivates the land and everything. He is my great devotee. Anyway, after a lot of conversation and the snacks and tea, coffee over, Narada left. And can he keep quiet? Straight away he has to go and see who is that fellow. To whom Bhagavan says, he is my great devotee. So he says that he observes him for a whole day. Morning he gets up, say, God take care of me. Evening, God take care of me. Hey, what type of devotee is this? Twice a day he only remembers. Immediately comes back. And he says, God, you told that is your great devotee, but there is nothing, just twice a day, God. Take care of me, take care of me. And what are the people are worshipping hours and hours, days together with Tirupati, Venkatachalapati, Laddu and all that. So many ways, they are giving you gold, they are giving you diamond, giving you so many things. And you don't consider them as devotees. Okay, and I am also always chanting Narayana, just like that. He can't plead his case. But he said, but how can, just twice he says and you call him a devotee. He said, okay, Narada, now you are here. He said, do one thing. Gives him. Can you do one thing? Yes. He gives him a cup full of what? Ghee. That is a worldly thing. Amrit. Okay. Simply, no? Story, na? It must be real story. No? What is God also giving ghee and oil? It's like local gods producing only local things. They don't produce. What do you produce? Vibhuti. What do you produce? One statue which is made up in Mylapore tank. If you are God, do like this and get some divine things. Why Rolex watch, Citizen and Seiko watch and gold ornament? Why can't you get a diamond thing? I had met one person like that. And he was giving vibhuti to everybody. Asked me, Swamiji, shall I give? I said, yeah, giving, but I want a special thing. He said, yes, what do you want? I said, can you give me one emerald statue? Emerald statue. And don't feel bad that I am a greedy fellow. No, no, no. I am not going to take it also. You just show me a emerald statue. I'll see it, hold it and give it back to you and go. I won't take it. You think I am going to take and sell and be a big, rich man? No. I'll give it back. Show me. Why only little statues? You know what he said? He was so stupid enough to say, come another day I will give you. That day never came. I went twice. Anyway, they are all nonsense. So, he says, please take this cup full of Amrit and go around. And see that not a drop spills. Can you do it for a day? No problem. If God says, why not? So he takes there, and that day he goes to every street corner of the heavens, goes round. No manayana, but walking. He goes round and then comes back. Next day, same time, he reaches the place. Vishnu looks at it. Did you drop of that Amrit? No, not even a drop. Say, very nice. You are really wonderful. How many times you thought of me? Suddenly he said, oh, not even once. That man remembers twice. In spite of his activities, he remembers twice. Just a story. In spite of your activity, you must consciously find some time to be yourself. Don't say no time. You have time to be miserable, time to fight with somebody. How strange it is. You have time to fight with somebody, argue with somebody. Half an hour you will argue, your body will shake, your thought will, your face will be red, your eyes will be blinking. And you can't get 2 minutes to meditate. Be with yourself. And if you do that, you will not be exploding like an volcano. If you are really happy, contented with yourself, you will not disturb yourself. The moment there is disturbance, you say, okay, go. Sometimes it is very costly, sometimes very costly, because you don't want to fight with the people. Okay, you want to take some money and go. Finish. That is why it is good also if you are not only wise, you are also rich. Makes it easier, because many times get rid of these idiots. Okay, take some 1 rupee you are fighting, take 1 rupee and go. But everybody can do that. Suppose you don't have money, okay, stay, sit down, stand by, all right, what can I do? So remembering yourself very consciously all the time, it needs conscious involvement, please. When you do that, what happens? Upadiveda, those who do that, they are liberated. Anyetu paroksha katha vidhaina. The person who simply repeats this statement is not a wise person. Like a parrot sitting inside a cage and continuously repeating, I am free, I am free, I am free. He is in the cage. But somebody has taught him, I am free, I am free. So with the body, stuck with the body, Shivoham, 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 it means nothing. So look at yourself. What is the level of your reaction? Are you under the spell of the moods? Are you frightened, insecure, affected? Then only you can see for yourself. Yes, I am the free absolute. How shall I see that? Upadi Vedat Swayameva Vidyate. Upadi Apohe Swayameva Kevala. This is the principle. When does these divisions come? Upadhi Vedat Swayameva Vidyate. Because Upadhi Veda, you are differentiated. With the body, young, old, fat, lean, thin, diseased, healthy. With the eyes, seeing, bright and dull. With the ears, deaf and sharp. With the body, young or old. With different mind, different types of thought, different roles. Upadhi Vedat Swayameva Vidyate. Upadhi Apohe Swayameva Kevala. When the Upadhi is gone, meaning I am no more identifying with Upadhi, Swayameva Kevala, I am Kevala, Kevalasya Bhava, Advayam, one without a second. Just like the actor. It's a simple point, take it. Again and again it is told, but does it strike you? Does it reach you? It must strike. You see the example very clearly, but can you live that example? L-I-V-E, not L-E-A-V-E. Can you live that example? That every moment, Upadhi Vedat, Upadhi Apohe, Swayameva Kevala. When there is no Upadhi, meaning I have no identification, I am with myself. So there the Upadhis don't drop out. Your identification drops out. Always I am with myself. Tasmat Upadhi Bilayaya Vidwan. Therefore, Vidwan, if you are a learned person, Upadhi Bilayaya Vaset. Sada Vaset. Akalpa Samadhi Nishtaya. Nirvikalpa Samadhi Nishtaya Vaset. Therefore, if you are desirous of freedom, liberation, happiness with yourself, may you choose to consciously sit down for a long, long time until it is absolutely effortless, where this Upadhi no more becomes your trap. You get yourself trapped by the thought. Thoughts don't trap you. Are you getting that example? Thoughts don't trap you. You get yourself trapped. Like alcohol doesn't create your habit. You create a habit out of alcohol. Cigarette doesn't create a habit for you. You create a habit out of cigarette because you smoke it. Anger doesn't overtake you. You make a habit out of anger. You make a habit out of a particular thought. That is why you see for yourself again and again. By habit, we jump into blaming others. What is the language used? Sweet is really very, very tempting. Sweet is tempting you? Or you feel tempted by sweet? Who creates temptation? Objects. I am removing all the sweets from my house. Why? So that I don't feel tempted. If you remove it from your house, you don't keep it. When you go to other people's house, what do? You see there, no? If you are removing it, it's good for you. So that shows what is your weakness in you. If you remove your weakness, objects can be still there. But if you remove the object, again you shall be caught somewhere or the other. That is why when you withdraw yourself from some place to the ashram, in the absence of everything, you feel very great. The moment you go to the town, the whole devil returns. Why? Beautifully, Bhagavad Gita says, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya deinaha rasavarjam. Vishayaha vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Nirahara. Nirahara means one who is not enjoying the sense object anymore, keeping himself away from the sense object. Vishayaha vinivartante, the sense objects drop out. Why? Because he is not involving himself with anywhere. rasa varjam. The sense objects drop out because he is not enjoying the sense object anymore. But the rasa, the taste for that object remains. Like because you have not been seeing cigarettes, you forgot cigarette, but the taste is there. By chance somebody smokes, you must be inhaling it. Rasa varjam, the rasam, that seed, the taste is there. As long as that taste is there, that long you shall go back. It's very subtle. Rasopyasya param društva nivartate. That even that rasa, that seed that is there, how do I remove that? Param društva nivartate. When you see the absolute, be with yourself, I am the happiness, even that rasam also drops out. Like they give an example. Param društva nivartate. When you see the superior thing, inferior thing automatically drops out. Just like the people study in the mountains. In Himalayan, in Rishikesh, they will be sitting down. When the people go for the satsang in the classes to the sadhus, they carry their books, their specs, also bananas. Why bananas? For hungry? No. After when they are studying, sometimes the elderly people, they will look at their, they will be seeing in their spectacles, then they remove the thing and listen. When the teacher starts the new verse, when you look at it, the spectacle is not there. Why? The monkeys will be observing them putting like that. So they will come and take it and they will try to put it. So when they call the monkey, he is not going to give you because he is playing. So that is the time they show you the banana. When they show the banana and put it under the tree and come back again. So the monkey slowly comes down. In one hand, a banana. In another hand, specs. Now both the hands busy. How can he go up? When both hands are busy, can he go up? He cannot. So one hand he has to give up. Which one will give up? Because banana he can eat. What is the use of these specs? So leaves it. Param društva nivartate. He sees the superior thing, banana. He leaves the inferior thing, specs. That is how. When you are happy with yourself, even the seed of this pleasure drops out. It doesn't make any difference to you. There is no more temptation. That is why consciously observe yourself. Sada akalpa nishtaya, nirvikalpa samadhi nishtaya. Sit down so that you completely counteract every thought in your life. That is where comes a permanent smile on your face. Permanent calmness, permanent smile in your face comes up. Or else there will be a permanent frown, grumpy old man. Always grumpy. Why? Misery. Always miserable. But when you are happy and relaxed, always happy with yourself because nothing else touches you. Okay, having told this, then he further. Really will it happen if I go on contemplating like that? Yes. Sati shakto naro yati sadbhavam yeka nishtaya kitako brahmaram dhyayan brahmaratvaya kalpate. Sati shakto naro yati sadbhavam yeka nishtaya kitako brahmaram dhyayan brahmaratvaya kalpate. A beautiful example he gives. This is where you can see their intimacy with nature. Very nice. Kitako brahmaram dhyayan brahmaratvaya kalpate. Brahmara, there is a particular wasp. You must have seen it in ashram itself also, you must have seen it. They come and they make a little house out of mud. And the mud with their saliva, it becomes like a rock hard. You cannot break it. After they make that thing, you shall see they will bring a green insect. The green insect and put it inside. All put it inside. It's not for eating. Because the insect, that wasp does not eat any insect. It bring and put it there. Then goes on stinging it. Then what happens? This story is, that he goes on thinking about it. It's not thinking about it. There must be some biological process. But the thing is, that becomes a wasp. That insect continuously thinking about the wasp becomes a wasp. That is the example they give. Because he is continuously thinking about that. Same thing also. Sati naraha shakto sati sadbhavam ekanisthaya yati. Ekanisthaya sadbhavam yati. Sati shakta. Always being one with the Sat, the Absolute, when consciously being, dwelling upon it, abiding in it. Ekanishtaya, all the time, sadbhavam yati, becomes one with himself. See, this is something you must, you must do to see the truth of it. Are you getting that? This is not like, what is that? It's just like your, they call in Hindi, they say nicely, काम करने से होता है, कहने से नहीं होता है. The action is done by doing, not by speaking. You do it. Don't just speak about it. You meditate. Meditation is not a subject to be talked about. Meditation is your being. Are you getting that? So if you are talking about it, it is to persuade the person to be it. Not to start a practice on that. Are you getting that point, please? You start something, you help him to do it so that he doesn't get lost in the practice. He must be himself. Like this morning I was telling you, do you understand? Meditation never begins. Meditation is always there. Like a silence never begins. A talk begins. A journey begins. Destination is always there. Does the destination travel? Traveler travels. A travel begins. A destination always there. That's why when you say you are going towards, suppose, Madras, and what do you say? Oh, Madras is coming nearer, Madras is coming nearer. Madras is coming nearer or you are moving nearer? The journey, the destination never moves. Same thing. Oh, the truth becoming clearer. Truth becoming clearer. Truth is always clear. Your mind becoming clearer. Because your thoughts, are you getting that? That become transparent. You can see very clearly what is happening to you for yourself. So, sati naro yati sadbhavam ekanishtaya sadbhavam naro yati. One day, there was a person goes to a Zen master and he wants to learn fencing. Fencing, you know, that the sword fighting. He wants to learn sword fighting, but he goes to a Zen master who is a very, very top class sword fighter. So, goes there. The teacher sends him to kitchen. Now this fellow is totally frustrated. What nonsense. I have come here to learn sword fighting and here he is asking me to cut the vegetable. What is the relationship? But anyway, teacher says, so he does it. When he does it, one day, he is sitting and cutting vegetable, the teacher hit him, whacked him with his stick and goes away. After being hit, he looks back and says, teacher, oh my God. He can't say anything to teacher. Anyway, he has touched him and gone. Again another time, after 2-3 hours, again teacher is passing that, another touch. Oh, yeah. Then he said, oh, he can't tell anything to the teacher. But then now he is watching out how to escape that thing. So even while cutting, he is not looking this way, that way. But the teacher is too smart. Again he comes and successfully beats him. After a few days, the fellow becomes so smart. What happens is, even before the teacher moves, he moves. After a few days, the teacher cannot hit him. Go. The great fence artist. Why? You can be absolutely defending. Are you getting that? You can defend yourself just like that. Very easily you can defend yourself. Because now before the other person moves you are already moving. So see indirectly. You do that so that you become a master. You continuously do it. Same thing. Continuously being with yourself so that no thought ever catches you. Okay? Now read the next verse. Hyalibha maruchati tathaiva yogi paramatma tattvam tathaiva yogi paramatma dhyatva samayati tadaikanistaya kriyantara saktimapasya kitakah ध्यायन्नळित्वं ह्यळिभावमृच्छति तथैव योगी परमात्मतत्त्वं ध्यात्वा समायाति तदैकनिष्ठया. So, this is where a person must take his heart. That it is not impossible to be happy all times. Depends how much you are willing to be yourself. Are you getting that point? It's a very, very simple thing. If you decide to be happy, decide to be fearless, decide to be secure, at no time you want to come under the spell of anything, you shall effortlessly be with yourself. If you are angry, it is because you don't want to give up the anger. Are you getting that? And again, as I told you, nobody asks you to give up the anger. You must learn how to be angry. So the anger doesn't overtake you. Every emotion for that matter. Even in the wisdom, the body is not given up. Your wisdom is not the negation of the body, in spite of the body. Your wisdom is not negation of your thought, in spite of the thought. So that willingness to be with myself, that I must be willing to be with myself, very, very important. One day, there was a person, young man, he was staying in an ashram, studied for a long time, and then what happens is, he goes, somehow you cannot abide in that self, whatever he has been taught, felt very frustrated. Yeah, what is this idea? I don't think I can ever do it. So always other moods are coming up and everything is affecting me. I don't think I can do it. So what he did, he left the ashram. Okay, he left the ashram and I was going out for a walk. As he was going in for a walk, long time, long days he has travelled. Then one day he reaches near a village and some people are drawing water. He said, can I have little water? He said, yes. Then one person, after drawing the water, put it on that well, that basement, where there are stones are there to make the that well embankment. So on the stone he puts the pot and gives him. When he's going to drink the water, he saw the pot is kept near a place where there is a pot mark on the stone itself. Like you must have seen my kadam, what is that? My sandal, wooden sandal. The wood, my foot mark is already, it's not there. 24 years, 25 years I am using that. So walking, it has been exactly my foot shape and everything, ekdam same shape it has taken. So simply by placing the pot continuously, the stone also has taken the shape of the bottom of the pot. He said, you mean to say it was not there? He said, no. So this clay pot just being placed again and again and again has caught a shape in the stone? He said, yes. He drank the water, returned to ashram. He said, then if the clay can cut through the stone, why can't I cut through myself? By continuously placing that clay pot, the stone yields place. so fragile, but creates a shape in the hard stone. So the same thing can be done. You are already infinity absolute. And that is your, so you have got an advantage in starting. You are the meditation. So here is the question of my not being able to meditate. What is necessary is this ahankar, the I thought, willing to give itself up, willing to understand, willing to be himself. Once that happens, you cannot escape. That's what he says. Kriyantara shaktim apasya kitakaha kriyantara shaktim apasya anya kriya shaktim apasya. The kitaka, the small insect, has nothing else to do. There is no other things to do for him because he is now stuck on that. Alin dhyayan alitvam ruchyati. Ali means bee. Thinking about this wasp, it becomes a wasp. Tathaiva yogi paramatma tattvam dhyatva tadeka nisthaya samayati. Tathaiva yogi, one who is interested in knowing the truth for himself. Now he continuously abides in himself. See, this is what is to understood. What is abiding in himself? That doesn't mean he doesn't do anything else. No. For your sustenance, whatever is to be done, you do. But immediately, understand, immediately, you always return to yourself. I am talking the language of the novice. There is no going away to return. But what happens is, suppose you have to do something. Walking, writing, studying, eating, something somewhere. You have to do certain activity. Even while doing it also, you must be conscious. But suppose you have forgotten, because two things you cannot do simultaneously. Some people cannot do it. Whether writing, how can I be conscious and writing? The person doesn't know immediately. Is it not true? While playing the role also, you know you are the actor. However much you may lose yourself, you are very realistic in your acting. But at the same time, you don't forget yourself. Always remember who you are. Oh, very difficult. Difficult. Understand. It's not difficult. Have you ever gone shopping? Of course, never. Everybody goes shopping, no? Suppose you have gone to purchase a camera. Take an example, please. As simple and as beautiful as that. Suppose you are going to purchase a camera or you are going to purchase a computer. In the market, there is a computer ranging from 20,000 rupees to, let us say, 2 million rupees. From 20,000, let's say 20,000 rupees to 2 million rupees. Achha. When you go there to purchase the computer, how do you bargain? You know what is your capacity. You have not taken your bank balance with you. Have you taken the bank balance with you? But you have carried the notion with you that I have 2 lakhs rupees in the bank. So I cannot negotiate for a 2 million rupee computer. I must take for a 50,000 rupees. So with the notion on the background, you are negotiating. Are you taking your money with you? But with your notion inside. You look at the stone. Can you lift? First you look. First you look. Oh no, I cannot. Little touch. Why? Back will break. Reference point. Are you getting a reference point? You know it. Like one day a person was asked, can you eat 20 laddus? 20 sweets. Can you eat 20 sweets? He said, give me 10 minutes. I'll tell you whether I can eat or not. So he came back after 10 minutes and he said, yes, I can eat 20 sweets. And one after another he finished 20. Then everybody was so stunned. Then they say, come on, tell us. They also want to eat, but they can't eat. So they also want to eat, Hey, come on, tell me, what did you do? What did you do by which you could eat 20 laddus? He said, why are you all asking with so much of curiosity? I did a simple thing. What is that simple thing? I went and ate 20. I could eat 20. So I come back to eat 20 more. So he went and ate. 20 he could eat. So he came back and ate 20 more. So anytime you want to do something, first you look at your capacity. Jokes apart, just look at your capacity. So what is your capacity? What is your point of reference? Your point of reference is happiness? Listen carefully. When it comes to purchasing an object, you take into account your point of reference, your bank balance. While living through life with emotions and interaction, your point of reference is wisdom that you are. Are you getting that point? Write it down. Keep it in your head straight. It's a fantastic thing. Don't confuse the issues. Don't confuse the levels. While purchasing something, your point of reference is your bank account. While trying to climb a mountain, your point of reference is whether your heart condition is good or bad. But when it comes to being happy or unhappy in life, your point of reference is yourself. You are always happy with yourself. Are you getting that point, please? That is the point of reference. Always you are with yourself. Being with yourself, that is your point of reference. You don't walk out of it. So nobody can make you miserable. Just think, that is the human behavior. Listen carefully. Human behavior. Please see how it is. You are eating, just think, simple thing, two things you observe. It's a beautiful examples coming. You have gone to a dinner. When you have gone to a dinner, two things you have to have. You must have a seat and you must have food, right? What else you need? You must have a seat in the dinner party and the food. Some people go for the seat. Who is nearer the governor? Listen carefully. Head table. Who will be on the head table? Some people are worried about the head table. Who will be on the head table? When you have gone for the food, listen, when you go for the food, your point of reference is how much can you eat? Can your body take this food? 20 dishes are there. Can your body take this food? That is your point of reference. When you sit down near or sit down farther, that is your emotional hunger. That can be satisfied only by yourself. Point of reference is yourself. Whether I am nearer to the center table, I am on the head table, I am 20 feet away from the head table, it makes no difference. Why? I am so happy, so important with myself. Wherever I am, that is the center. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand that point? Most of the time, you are not unhappy because you don't have a car, because others have the other type of cars. That satisfaction, that point of reference of happiness with yourself. You must see it. You are always confusing the issues. Always confuse the issues. They gave me the food, but they never respected me, So you are hungry for respect, right? You are hungry for recognition. I don't care whether I am Brahman or not Brahman. I demand that particular place. Why? Why is it so important that you must sit down only in that place? Why is it so important that everybody must tell you hello or touch your foot? This is where people go crazy. The person will talk about Brahman, Atman, happiness, unhappiness, all that nonsense. But very, very affected if somebody doesn't wish him first. Because that hunger is always inside you. Mahadeva, Mahadeva. Do you really get the point? If you get the point, you will be a smiling fellow round the time, round the clock. Because you have nothing to be miserable. I did not get, I got, somebody respected, somebody didn't respect, somebody recognized me, somebody did not recognize. Who bothers? Who bothers? You are So happy with yourself, so full of yourself, so happy with yourself, you just don't worry about what the other person recognizes, doesn't recognize. It makes no difference. I have seen people, the other day, if I tell you examples, you'll be destroyed, you know that. One sadhu, he comes there, oh, I went to a place, nobody invites me. So, by chance, nobody invites you. What's your problem? He tells me, clearly tells me, they invited you. When you went there, you stayed in that place, you got invited, but nobody invites me. Did I ask for invitation? Understand? Did I ask for invitation? No. Somebody asked. Choice is theirs. If they would not have asked, doesn't matter. The person waits to be asked for. And by chance somebody doesn't do it, you feel disrespected. This is where your pain, your misery comes. Always comparison, jealousy, inferiority complex, superiority complex. You cannot escape. Please. Very nicely, that language you see. So, Kriyantara sota samayati tate yogi paratma tattvam dhyatva. Always being with himself. Ekanisthaya paratma tattvam samayati paratma tattvam. He becomes one with the Absolute. Continuously thinking about himself. So his point of reference is always himself. Don't be unrealistic. Again, as I told you, because you are happy with yourself, somebody says, can you give me 50 lakhs? Oh yes, take it. Why? I am infinite rich. Like there was a nuts one day who attended a conference. It's simple. These are all real life incidents. And he was talking about, there was a seminar on time and timelessness. And sometimes, there was a talk was over, 10 minutes talk was over, 5-10 minutes question answer, 15 minutes talk. So it was over, it was in Bharati Vidyavan in Madras. So I was also a speaker. 15 minutes talk was over, I stopped it right on. 10 minutes thing over. Another person came, went little more. Another person, 10 little less. And one person comes last. And he starts talking and on and on and on. There is a judge there. A judge, he was really Justice of Madras High Court. And he has to bang the table. Knock, knock. After first 15 minutes, knock. To tell you that time is over. 5 minutes before it will be first knock. After 5 minutes over, 3 knocks. Means that shall tell you that your time is over. So 1, 2, 3. Time is over. He goes on. Another 5 minutes. Another 10 minutes. Knock, 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 knock. And he is a very elderly person, the judge. Then he started knock, knock, knock and looked at him. He didn't bother. Then the organizer has to get up. Believe me, get up and says, sir, your time is up. I'm timeless. I'm not telling a story. This is the really happened. Because he is timeless. This is the type of nuts you come across in this knowledge, where they mix up the standpoint. You are timeless, but your plane is not going to wait for you for eternity. Your plane will leave. So be timeless when you are going to catch a flight. Then you will know what it is. Are you getting that point, please? So there is a point of reference. Point of reference. When you are traveling, don't show off your wisdom. I'm a wise man. I must front sit. Oh. When you are traveling, you are a traveler. You have paid third class ticket, you paid his third class. You have paid economy, sit down in economy. You paid first class, sit in first class. You own a plane, own a plane. But don't sit down there and show off every time, People are so full of themselves, you cannot believe. That should not happen. Okay, please appreciate. Be happy with yourself and every role is excellent. If you can play every role beautifully, your life is full of happiness. A child with a child, young with young, old with old, happy with happy, unhappy with unhappy. Like they say in a language, jale jalam, taile tailam. Water in the water, oil in the oil. Merge. Invisible. With a child, you are a child. Elderly person, elderly person. Old, old. Invisible. But people like to be visible. Ignorant people enjoy visibility. Where I shall be, Oh. When there was a United Nations year 2000, there was a Millennium Conference. All the religious leaders were invited. There are more than 2,000 people from around the world, from all religions. You should have seen the joke, how they were fighting as to who should sit down where. Abba, it was a scene. Right? Believe me, I was standing somewhere near a wall and I was just observing. And these are the people who have come to fix the world's problem. Their own problem is so complicated. Understand? Their own problem is so complicated, where each one is the agent of a god or an agent of a religion. It's like Toyota car, Honda car, Mercedes and BMW conference. And BMW conference fellow says, BMW is the best. Toyota says, nothing doing. Toyota is the best. Mercedes says, what are you talking? Mercedes is the best. Then why are you having a conference? Nothing like Hinduism, nothing like Christianity, nothing like, each one, at least there are some, okay, so fanatic. Find the common grounds. What is the truth? How it is? No. You cannot believe. Why? Who sits in the first table? Who sits on the chair? And some people had paid money to be in the chair. You have to speak because it's a prestigious thing to talk there. So if you pay $50,000 donation, you get a slot. So you can be wise. But your point of reference, money is nil. So how much time you get to talk? Nil. You are otherwise and you have all the money, so you can talk. So what the people shall listen? In religious conference, they shall talk to irreligious bananas. You know, banalities. Nonsense. Are you getting that? Nonsense. That is how the world runs. Don't worry about it. You think for yourself. Samaradhya Paramatma Tattvam Samayati Ekanishtaya. Just like the tiny insect becomes like a wasp, continuously being with yourself, you never can lose sight of yourself. Ativa Sukshmam Paramatma Tattvam Nasthula Drushtya Pratipattumaharti Samadhinatyanta Susukshma Vrutya Gyantavyamari Atishuddha Buddhivi Ativa Sukshmam Paramatma Tattvam Nasthula Drushtya Pratipattumarhati Samadhinatyanta Susukshma Vrutya Gyantavyamari Atishuddha Buddhivi. Very beautiful, underline that verse, very nice. Ativa Sukshmam Paramatma Tattvam. So cute. Paramatma Tattvam Ativa Sukshmam. This truth about yourself is so very subtle. Why so very subtle? Because, you know why it is subtle? Always there, never visible. What is the most difficult thing? The most difficult thing is when it is with you and you are looking for it. That is the biggest joke, no? Biggest joke is that. Ateva sukshmam. Other things, however sukshma is away from you, you can find it out. You can find it out. If it is with you, like you ask people, I am going to keep all of you close your eyes. When I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you open your eyes and I have hidden 1 rupee note in this area. You must pick it up. We can play the game, in fact, we should have done it. Just for a play game. That 1 rupee note, so all of you close eyes, so I have got an associate with me, my assistant. Then I say, go and take it, put it in the fellow's pocket. So what shall I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody, each one can stand there. So 7, go search. You search everywhere. Will you look for it? Will you ever think that is in your pocket? Searching means what? Searching outside, no. Search means extrovert. Will you ever think that it is maybe in my pocket? That thought will not come, because injunction is what? Search. So search means what? Outside. Or inside the house. It can be outside the house or inside the house, but not in my pocket. Are you getting that? The language also you can go inside, outside. That language you can also use. You can search outside or you can search inside the house, but you will never search your pocket, because you can never believe that the money can be in your pocket. So the best place to hide the rupee is where? In your pocket. Then you are in a permanent search. And by chance you get fed up here and there, here and there, here and there, and then you are, getting tired and you are sweating. Now you want to have a bath. You remove your shirt. As you remove your shirt, the money falls down. How do you feel? How stupid. The whole money is in my pocket. Then you go, how can you put it in my pocket? You asked me to search and I am searching everywhere. Are your shirt also is outside you or inside you? If you think in that line. But please see, this is the mindset. The mindset is search means outside. That is why Paramatma Tattvam Ativa Sukshmam. The self, the absolute, is Ativa Sukshmam. Very, very subtle. Why? It is yourself. And you are looking for it. Ativa Sukshmam Paramatma Tattvam Na sthula drishtya pratipatti marati. Sthula drishtya na pratipatti marati. With your gross vision, you cannot see it. Meaning, literally you can take. Gross vision means, with your gross eyes, you cannot see it. Because eyes can see only forms outside. Eyes cannot see themselves. What to talk of formless consciousness. Na sthula drishtya. So one sthula drishti is, listen, one sthula drishti is your eyes. Another sthula drishti is when you are gross intellect, where you are looking through your memories. Through your memories you are looking for things. Look. Anyway, through your memories. What through your memories means what? With the ideas about yourself as to who you are looking for the self, which is not with any upadhi. You are looking at yourself, listen carefully, you are looking at yourself through the upadhi. Now I am the young, I am the gross, I am the old, I am the body, I am the PhD. Now this one is looking for. Now PhD is looking for himself. Listen carefully. All the time in our life, we take the credit for finding something. Isn't it right? Somebody found the Mount Everest. Somebody found the mummy under the Sphinx in Egypt. Somebody found a very old temple or old painting in a cave in India or in South America. You found the Angkor Wat. It's a huge satisfaction. Why? The one who discovered it has a sense of satisfaction. I discovered. Are you getting that point? I found the temple lost in the jungle. I found the thorium, uranium in the sea sand, beach sand. I found the tallest cave. I found the lost paintings of the great tribes or the great Penta. You take a great credit for yourself. This individuality wants to take credit. I found infinity. Unfortunately, that credit will not be granted to you. You cannot find infinity without being it. There the seeker must be lost in the sought. Then only you find. Are you getting that point, please? There is no question of I found the consciousness. I am the consciousness. Having seen it, you can say, I found myself. But in that there will be no pride. Why? What is so special about it? Rather there is shame. How did I miss it so long? And there is nothing to be proud of, because who I am is who everybody is. So you are absolutely ordinary. That is why this knowledge is something absolutely ordinary. There is nothing extraordinary about Brahma Vidya. Understand? There is nothing extraordinary about Brahma Vidya. There is something extraordinary about astrophysics, astronomy, astrology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, painting, dancing, jumping, playing. Very something extraordinary about it, because everybody can't do that. Everybody can't be a singer, everybody can be a dancer, everybody can't be a gymnast, everybody can't be a musician. Now Olympic going on, everybody will join. Huh? In Olympic Games, in Olympic Games, you can go to see if you have money. That also everybody can't afford, because a heavy ticket. Flight. Everybody cannot play there. Swimming, running, jumping, everything. Everybody can't do that. Whereas, listen, everybody may not be able to talk about the truth, but everybody is the truth. It is not denied to you. Like, you see the Arunachala mountain. Everybody sees the same Arunachala mountain. One person writes a beautiful poetry. Somebody writes a nice novel on that. Somebody writes a wonderful article on that. And somebody else asks him, how is this mountain? Excellent, wonderful. Only one word. Another fellow simply smiles. So just because a fellow says one word, has he seen less of Arunachala than the other fellow who was writing a book on it? Same sunrise all of us see. You write a poem, I write a statement, other fellow simply stands, stunned. But all of us have seen it. Same thing yourself. Whether you describe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you are the absolute. Everybody is same. Absolutely ordinary. You can't escape being it. Whereas other things you have to achieve. Everybody can't be a fencer, can't be a dancer, can't be a musician, can't be a physicist, can't be a mathematician, can't be a historian. That is why those are the extraordinary achievement. Wisdom, simplest of the achievement. And only with the simplest of the achievement of who you are, you shall be counteracting the pride and arrogance and the extraordinariness that is involved with the relative achievement. Or else you will be proud. When you are happy with yourself, you are not proud of being an engineer or doctor. I'm happy. Yeah, I know something which others don't know. Others know something which I don't know. Because suppose I am very proud of being a doctor. Think of it. I'm very proud of being an engineer. Very proud of being an industrialist. All right. You go to the platform with a heavy luggage. Other fellow says, you carry it. What shall you do? Can you carry it? You are a top professional, engineer, doctor, accountant, or IT engineer, but you don't know driving. When you come out, taxi says, no, you don't allow me to your office, I don't allow you to your car. Go, walking. You look down upon me as a taxi driver, right? Okay. No taxi for you. What shall you do? Walk, huh? Everybody can't be everything. That is why everybody is so special. If you are a simple, beautiful person, you may be the king of the kings. Ordinary people. That's why that old timer, even by nature, they were so beautiful. Yesterday, day for yesterday, the top heart surgeon of the world died. He was 94, 96-year-old and he died in Texas. His name is Dr. Debek, some D-B-A-K, something. Debek, something. His name is something like that. DB. He is known as Texas Tornado because of his continuous activity. He never rested. Thousands of heart surgery he did, and he is a pioneer. After Christian Barnard, he was in Houston. He was the top surgeon. He has operated upon John F. Kennedy and other people. Top people. Also very ordinary people. Two people have written from Hyderabad, one from another part of India. This person simply wrote, in India these things are not available, I cannot afford. Simply wrote a letter, can you operate on me? You know what? He immediately wrote back, I will organize the hospital for you free. I will do it free. But please, you come with somebody to take care of you. Only pay your ticket and come. But this man could not afford for paying 2 tickets. Only 1 ticket he paid and went. Can you believe he did it and put an insertion in the local paper? Somebody from Hyderabad has come with nobody to look after him, but I have done the surgery. Of course, there are so many Hyderabad people in Houston. They came and started looking at 50 years back. Another person, same thing. One girl, she had a surgery. Can you do that? She went, she fixed it up. Free. Today, can you ask a hospital for that? Very difficult. Doctors have no time. Imagine. Mercenaries, same thing. This knowledge, that is why I say this knowledge. Don't be a mercenary. 100 rupees come, then only. No. This is free. Knowledge is free. Accommodation? Yes. Knowledge is free. 100 rupee meditation? What nonsense. 200 rupees one day? What rubbish. Knowledge free. Whoever wants, come, open. But if you say accommodation, what to do? You have to build a house, the houses don't fall from the space. Cook, food has to be cooked. Vegetables have to be purchased. That cook doesn't pay free, do it free, nobody does it free. So, something you can do. Understand? Such beautiful heart. There is nothing to be arrogant about. Why? Because I know something. I don't know many things. I know something, I don't know many things. What I know, the others don't know. What others know, I don't know. So who is smart? Both are wonderful. You are the top administrator. You don't know swimming. You are drowning. The fisherman does deep sea fishing, he picks you up and brings you back. What happens? He saves your life. Because you know swimming. Are you getting that point? Please balance it out. Or else you will have a huge load of arrogance. Shastri, Brahmavit, I'm the wise man. Ah, no. That is not wisdom. That is known as stupidity. If knowledge brings you arrogance, that is not knowledge. That is some stone inside your head. It has no softness. Because, are you getting that? How can knowledge bring arrogance? Because it has no weight, no? Taped, what is the difference between the weight in the taped tape and untaped tape? What is the weight difference? Huh? No difference, no? But the fellow asked, when he took 5,000 tapes to drop somewhere, 500 rupees. After taped when it was brought out, he said 5,000. He said, why? If he's all taped now, the weight went up. Now what shall you say? Nuts. So taped tape has no better weight than the ordinary tape. Taped mind, does it have a better weight than the no taped mind? How heavy is your knowledge? Now, that is why, if in case any time the knowledge brings you heaviness, what does it mean? You are a stone. You don't understand anything. You understand? So beautiful it is. Simple. Simplicity. Absolute. I am absolute. You are absolute. We are all happy. You have something, I don't have. I have something, you don't have. Let us have everything together, enjoy life. I am happy, you are happy. I can sing, you can dance. Somebody can play instrument. Together we will have a beautiful entertainment evening. Somebody dancing, somebody singing, somebody playing the instrument, somebody fixing the electricity, somebody bringing the chair. And all of us are having a wonderful time. But suppose one fellow sits down, no. Singer. And most important person. What will happen? Other fellow will feel offended. So when you are singing, he switches off the microphone. Okay, most important be, nobody can listen to you. Are you getting that point? No, friends, you may be elephant, a small ant. The biggest ant in the world is children's poor joke, children's joke. Biggest ant, elephant. You know? Is an elephant, no? E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T. So the biggest ant is elephant, right? So you may be elephant, but a small ant can go into your trunk and the biggest elephant can run. That is why you may be considered very powerful. An ordinary fellow can put you into trouble. You can be a nuisance for you. Pure nuisance. No, how can do that? A constable, a road side traffic constable, marks your car, and when you are standing, he puts his hand there and says, go, come, go. Then you say, but why I am standing here every time? VIP movement. Go. He can drive you nuts. Ordinary file, the person who is ordinary clerk, sitting on a file, you are the industrialist, top liaison officer. Up and down. Why? That's his place. This is a misfortune because this person here to facilitate the job. But here the person doesn't facilitate. What he does, create more obstacles so that he can get money. That is why it is so sick. Understand? Anyway, that is all games of individuality. When you are happy with yourself, that is why ativa sukshmam paramatma tattvam, very subtle, because it is yourself, but you are looking for it. Or You are lost in the ordinary role, considering yourself very important. That you are a king is more important than you are the truth. That you are rich is more important than you are the truth. That you are a husband or a lover or a beloved or a son or a father is more important than your being the truth. How else can you explain it to people? That somebody doesn't want to be immortal but lost in mortality. Doesn't want the happiness but lost in the struggle for little happiness here and there, sensation. If you say I am the happiest man, nobody bothers. But if you tell him I went to North America, huh? You went to North America? You went to South America also? Oh my God, big travel. You went to moon? Ooh, very special. Backyard he has not seen himself. And by chance somebody says, I saw myself. Oh, nobody understands. Because he understands himself, he thinks the other people think he is stupid. Why? But you don't know yourself. You are the son of your father, daughter of your mother. You are a man or a woman. What is there more to know? That is why. Ativa sukshmam paramatma tattvam. Cute line. So cute line. Paramatma tattvam ativa sukshmam. You use the word I. But before knowing what it is, you are jumping into another identity. That's the problem. Who are you? I. And what is that I? Body. Instead of knowing what it means, you are identifying with something else. Nastula drishtya pradipattu marati. By gross vision, with a gross eyes you cannot see it. Also by married to idea, wedded to ideas, under the spell of different ideas, you cannot see it. Samadhu atyanta susukshma vritya. Samadhu, in samadhi, being with yourself, atyanta susukshma vritya. Very, very subtle vritti. That is, knowing that you are the content of every vrittis. You are the content of every thoughts. Jnatavyamari ati shuddha buddhivi. Ati shuddha buddhivi, by the person. Shuddha buddhi, pure mind. Pure mind means what? Where there are no many wrong notions. You know the difference between sat and asat. You know the difference between absolute and relative. You know the difference between roles and the actor. With that type of mind, it can be known within one's own self. Okay, see that. We shall see more in the afternoon. It's very nice. Just relax. Just think over the statement, please. Take the ativa sukshmam paramatma tattvam gyantavi aryai ati sukshma buddhivi. With the arya means rujjubhavam, straightforward. The person is very straight, meaning takes everything as it is. You don't take the actor to be the role. That type of person, when you have that conviction, you see yourself as you are. Now please see that. The simplest of the wisdom. Close your eyes. See that. Relax. As even you are sitting down here. Look at your own mind. Does it jump for next activity or being with itself? Everything can wait for a few minutes. That is where you have the freshness of your being. That is where you withdraw yourself for some time. Because with responsibilities on the head, you cannot sit down as you like. So for a few days, you completely withdraw yourself. It's like when these birds are singing, and I ask, listen to the birds. Because you have to go to railway station. You have to catch a flight. You have to pick up something before the deadline. You will have no time to listen to the birds or even being with yourself. I'm talking during your period when you are novice. No time to sit down. That is why see it yourself so that you don't need the time to sit down. Wherever you are at all times, all places, all conditions, you are with yourself. Sarvatma bhava. So for some time withdraw to know that at all times you are with yourself. Be that stillness. Thank you, friends.